In Revelation chapter 13, it speaks of a beast rising up out of the sea. Another meaning for the word sea is people. The interpretation refers to a kingdom of power that came from a people, a kingdom, a government. A secret society of family members known as the Mandarin Fleet. In verse 2, it explains the historical powers invested into this beast. At the time in the third verse, the two witnesses entered into power on earth for 3.5 years. If the two witnesses released their testimony for 3.5 years, scriptures also reveal evidence of plagues being released by such said two witnesses, in which these two witnesses also tormented the children of the wicked upon the earth. Seeing that the beast prophet was cut in the head by a sword, and the people languished throughout the globe, and the city of confusion was broken down, and there was a crying for wine in the streets. The earth was tossed to and fro like a reel, and they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. If these two witnesses release such plagues as was released throughout history upon this generation, for such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Now the beast power or kingdom was also bruised in the head by the word from heaven. Evidence shows that after a time, the beast regained itself, after exploiting, as you'll see in verse 5, when it speaks of how this beast had gained enough courage to blaspheme God and to go up against what God was doing on earth in order to retain the powers that belonged to death. And so the Antichrist receives power, beginning his 3.5 years to reign on earth. As the beast exercised its powers against heaven, you'll see in verse 7, it was given unto the Antichrist to make war with the saints and to overcome them. From my interpretational studies, I see that when the two witnesses approach with power, the consumption of the righteousness begins as it influences the nature and tickles the ears of many throughout the world up until the time the Antichrist steps into power. At this time, provocation again begins against the house of God. In verse 11, you'll see another beast coming up out of the earth. This beast is Satan, who was cast into the earth by Jesus 2,000 years ago. In Philippians 2:10, it speaks of those things underneath the earth, which is also called Hades, Sheol, or death. Revelation 12:13 and chapter 17:11. So this beast which was cast in the bottomless pit had actually fallen away once. But after 1,000 years, Satan came back upon the earth, but he was sent into perdition, located in a specific place in the land of death. Now once Satan is free, he will exercise all the power of the first beast before him. And he will do great wonders, so that he makes fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. This power comes from the wonders of the great red dragon, but it's limited by I am. All the meanwhile, the two witnesses on the earth are delivering God's people. Michael is standing up for the people at this same time. The remnant being the voice of the archangel, with the Lord of heaven doing great miracles for those 3.5 years in the two witnesses. As we near the finishing of the two witnesses' testimonies, that's also nigh to when Satan comes up from the earth out of perdition, displaying his powers before the world. Then at some point, the two witnesses are killed. After the tribulation of those days, he shall send his angels to gather his elect from the four corners of the earth. This is he who is blessed after all his labor. The remnant which comes with the first sickle to reap the earth before the wrath of God is unleashed on all those left behind. Therefore, not only will the people of God face the plagues of the two witnesses, but those who have not been bound up to heaven by the disciples' word, even raptured up with these two witnesses into heaven to stand upon a sea of glass with them, shall face the 7 seals of the wrath of God. Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother. He shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm, as these that are left behind dwelling upon the earth only wait for the day that Christ says, "Come out of her, my people." Remember, it is Christ who holds the true sickle, which comes out from heaven after the saint, who is crowned and blessed with the first sickle. It is the Spirit of God that comes out from the temple with fire to him who has the second sickle, and casteth the wicked into the winepress of the wrath of God without the city. Therefore we will walk through a parted sea.